My biggest fear is to wake up and realize that my brain stopped working. That's something Bill Gates himself mentioned in one of his Netflix series. And I think it's a powerful statement. Let's talk about digitalization of the world today. We are growing and higher. Let's start back. Let's go back together at the genesis, at the beginning of everything. So, I don't know where you're watching this from. I hope you're doing well, because I am. Always fought, never defeated. And if you've been following our series of videos, we approach everything we do working with business owners based on the PPP: principle, personal, and profit. What are the principles around everything we try to operate on? How does it come in our personal lives? And then how can it be used for profit in our professional lives? So digitalization. Does digitalization go away from the principle that are already running things around us? The answer is no. So I started with this statement from Bill Gates, and let's talk a little bit how even things got here since the discovery of the internet, since the creation of computers. In one of our prior videos, we mentioned how important it is for us to stay always curious. That's how Bill Gates started, in his own words. He was curious about how the brain functioned. He was amazed about how the brain functioned. And he always thought, how can we create a tool that can do basically the same thing? Sometimes we just feel like, oh, my brain is thinking. No, the brain is a big a tool, right? When I say big, it's not like huge, but in terms of functionality, right, it does a lot, right? But it's just like a library. In a library, everything is classified. The first thing the brain does is not thinking, it's reflecting back in what is stored, right? It's reflecting back in history and see, okay, where did I already see this trend? And it happened in millisecond. Storage place of experiences, of knowledge, and all what you can mention there. Even when there's a new situation, the brain tries to make the trend with everything that happened maybe before, prior, and record it there to see what will be the best outcome of this situation you will be in. So already as a principle, we need to remember nothing new is created under heaven. We need to remember that everything is about innovation and transformation. So based on that curiosity, he was able to start. Now we're not going to go through the whole story, step by step, right? He was able to come up with something that today is used all over the world, the computer. Functioning the same way as the brain, properties or brain functionalities. But does this actually come and replace the human being we are? No. So personally, as a principle, we talk about that piece already, right? So personally, as a human being, we know how much the brains play a strong and important role in our lives. We know without the brain, the coordination of everything in our lives will be disturbed. We know how even some people, after going through an accident or having an injury in, or, at the brain level, they start actually turning on some of the neurons in their brain. And the person may come up like somebody who discovers something new or somebody who was enlightened, right? But it's all about neurons, new neurons being turned on. So stay until the end of the video if you're watching until here, because in all our videos we always share a tips. We always share something practical to do in the journey or in our life journey that we have, each one of us. So the brain was the inspiration for Bill Gates to start actually thinking of something similar and build a computer. Computer came with the internet, and then we start seeing things being digitalized around us. We hear a lot about the artificial intelligence, but all that is all just mimicking, is just leveraging on the knowledge that we have on how our body functions. So digitalization needs to be a tool for us, for you as a business owner, to accomplish things in a faster way. Seen as a tool, we'll always know how to use them within the principles that we've been sharing with you on this channel. Digitalization just opened the door to doing things more efficient, to getting more productive. Because part of the work that we need to do doesn't need to come from us, but the machine can actually help us do that. And digitalization is the future, and no business owner, nobody in business should be excluded from that. So we wanted today to share a little bit this, the history, or to share, to go back and see how all this started, is with the inspiration of how the brain functions. And even if, right, for a person who brought to the world the whole computing system, main fear is to wake up and see his brain not functioning. It's important to all of us to understand also how to keep our brain sharp. When you look to the whole computing system, right, the virus, right, in the same physical body that we have the good battery, the good bacteria. Thank you, Mark, over there, right? We have the good bacteria and the bad bacteria, right? The same concept also comes in computing. It comes with the internet. There will be always viruses out there too. Nothing really different. It's the same analogy they use in a way where things can be accomplished in a faster way. So please, as a business owner out there, don't see this as unreachable. Don't see this as something that you cannot actually also capitalize on while growing your business. And wEquipu choose to be there for you. Many companies are out there. Just choose the one you reflect or the one you resonate with, and get equipped for your business with this future moving toward digitalization. Because one thing you don't want to find yourself in is being late to join. Is being late to prepare your organization to capitalize in this good tool, this efficient tool of growing your business. As usual, we reserve some at the end, some practice. Remember that the brain needs to be always, it needs to be always activated. It needs to be always used. It's a tool. The brain doesn't take over our lives, but we have to use it. So for some practice, while we're growing through, our life journeys, learn to turn on different neurons in your mind, in your brain. Just simply, right? By brushing your teeth, we use the mirror in one of the video to help whoever is still feeling like they're not meant to sell or they're not meant to go out there, present a solution that they have to people to practice in front of the mirror. So in this one, yes, use the mirror. When you're brushing your teeth, try different days. You change the hand that you're using to do that. Because all that are new situations that allow the brain to create and store new information. Today, maybe if you do it with your left hand, you can tomorrow try with your right hand. And there are games there to stimulate, okay, your brain. Today we have many apps. Look for the good ones. Look for the ones that can challenge your brain. The brain needs to be challenged. That's why we need to be embracing challenges in our lives. That's why no matter what's the bad situation in front of us, right? Human-made or nature-made, right? We need to always think and see what is the opportunity. What can I learn from this situation? So yes, stimulate the brain with those different things, and you will see the result for yourself. But today, our focus was on the whole digitalization of our future, of our businesses. So as we usually say, when you don't know where you're going, look back from where you came from. So until I see you to the next video, keep that in mind and keep capitalizing on tools that can help you grow your business. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.